They're ready. They're off. Bago is under pressure out the back. Not talking leads by a length. Going left-handed. Tearaway Lady races a little freely in third. Really Ravenous is buried in the chasing pack a couple of lengths off the pace. Johnston's Crest is anchored in the rear about 4 lengths off the pace. Bago races widest of all. Johnston's Crest is racing out the back about 4 lengths off the pace. Not Talking is 1 length in front of Peter Pole ahead of Cross Culture from Mr. Skipton ahead of Tearaway Lady. Mr. Skipton is racing just off the pace. Not Talking leads from Peter Pole, next is Cross Culture ahead of Mr. Skipton, a gap back to Tearaway Lady, and then Bago a gap to Really Ravenous. Racing left-handed. Not Talking is 2 lengths clear of Mr. Skipton from Peter Pole from Cross Culture. Not Talking leads by 2. Bago is racing midfield. Peter Pole is making smooth headway. They have 6 furlongs to go. Hello Bud is last and driven along. Hello Bud is in the rear division. Not Talking is 1 length ahead of Cross Culture back to Peter Pole, and then Mr. Skipton just clear of Bago from Tearaway Lady, a gap back to, however, a gap to Really Ravenous. Less than 5 furlongs to go. Hello Bud is pushed along out the back. Well inside the final 4 furlongs. Going left-handed. Not Talking is 1 length in front of Peter Pole, a gap to Cross Culture ahead of Mr. Skipton back to Tearaway Lady. Less than 3 furlongs to go. Tearaway Lady is racing midfield and under pressure. Cross Culture is racing midfield and under pressure. Well inside the final 2 furlongs. Not Talking lead from Peter Pole, a gap to Cross Culture. Not Talking leads the way easily into the final furlong. Not Talking has 2 in hand of Peter Pole. Not Talking is 3 lengths clear of Peter Pole. Not Talking has 3 in hand of Peter Pole. Not Talking takes it well. They're under starters' orders. They're off. Richard Wild. Almost Eagle leads under restraint. Ritual brings up the rear and is some 2 lengths off the lead. Seeking Rio takes it up from Almost Regal. The pace is steady and the field is well packed. Seeking Rio steps it up. Seeking Rio is 2 lengths ahead of Almost Regal back to Ritual, a gap to Osmo steps, and then Rent Day from Asian Love in last position. Ritual is making headway. Seeking Rio is 2 lengths clear of Ritual, a gap to Almost Regal, a gap back to Rent Day, next is Asian Love, next is Small Steps in last position. Less than 5 furlongs to go. Racing left-handed. They have 4 furlongs to go. Seeking Rio is 3 lengths in front of Ritual back to Almost Regal, a gap to Rent Day back to Small Steps back to Asian Love in last position. Well inside the final 3 furlongs. Seeking Rio is 2 lengths ahead of Retro, ahead of Almost Eagle, just clear of Rent Day, and then small steps a gap back to Asian Love in last position. Inside the final 2 furlongs, Seeking Rio is ridden in the lead by a couple of lengths. Here comes Asian Love. Well into the final furlong, Asian Love is making a move. Seeking Rio is pushed along in the lead by 2. Here comes Rent Day. Seeking Rio is 1 length ahead of Rent Day. Seeking Rio takes it. They're under starters orders. And they're racing. Tiger ranged well. Fairfall leads. Benefit Game is pushed into an early lead from Fairfall. Riverwise is back in the chasing pack, about 3 lengths off the pace. The pace appears to be strong and the field well strung out. Abbeyminster is making headway. Tiger Reigns is out wide. Inside the final 4 furlongs, Seldom is under pressure out the back. Benefit Game is the leader from Fairfall, ahead of Uprise Agapto, Bold Edge Agapto, Beaminster just clear of Bertrand. Less than 3 furlongs to go. Uprise is driven to lead. Seldom is pushed along out the back. Less than 2 furlongs to go. Abbeyminster is making late progress. Uprise is a length up on Fairfall. Seldom is making headway. Uprise leads and is niggled along by a length. Seldom takes it up. Seldom is 1 length ahead of Fairfall. Seldom is a length up on Fairfall. Seldom takes it well. All in. They're off. Teal Hope was slow from the gate. Farley is pushed along to an early lead. Fiddle DD is racing behind the leaders. iCat is pushed into an early lead from Paddy the Hare. Farley moves through the pack. Paddy the Hare takes it up again from .ikat. Tyrrell Hope is anchored in the rear about 5 lengths off the pace. iCat is driven to lead again. iCat leads from Paddy the Hare, next is Farley. Paddy the Hare takes up the running once more from iCat. Less than 4 furlongs to go. Spring to Light is pushed along in midfield about 6 lengths off the pace. Paddy the Hare is 1 length in front of iCat, a gap back to Farley. Less than 3 furlongs to go. Paddy the Hare goes into the lead by 2. Much faster races widest of all. Inside the final 2 furlongs. Paddy the Hare has 3 in hand of Spring to Light. Paddy the Hare has 2 in hand of Neutrina. Here comes Neutrina. Into the final furlong. Neutrina is making progress. Paddy the Hare has a fractional lead from Neutrina. Paddy the Hare is a length up on Neutrina. Paddy the Hare takes it. All in. And they're racing. Ilderton Road starts slowly. Pearl is pushed along to an early lead. Pearl is the leader from Cape Estar, a gap back to Queenie's Star, a gap back to Red Avalanche, a gap back to Got Swole Dancer from Born to Perform, just clear of Ilderton Road in last position. Queenie's Star is racing keenly in third. 5 furlongs to go. Pearl is 1 length in front of Cape Estar, clear of Queenie's Star, just clear of Red Avalanche, next is Caught Swole Dancer, back to Born to Perform. Turning left-handed, inside the final 4 furlongs. Queenie's Star is making headway. Ilderton Road is taking the long way around. Inside the final 3 furlongs. Pearl is in front from Cape Estar, just clear of Queenie's Star from Got Swole Dancer, just clear of Born to Perform, the gap toward Avalanche. Less than 2 furlongs to go. Caught Swole Dancer now just leads. Caught Swole Dancer is a length clear of Born to Perform. Born to Perform is making a move. Well into the final furlong. Caught Swole Dancer has 3 in hand of Born to Perform. The favourite looks home and hosed. The favourite, Caught Swole Dancer, takes it easily. Under orders. They're off. Sermon's Mount is racing at the back a couple of lengths off the pace. Alpha Fox is driven to lead early on. Alpha Fox is 1 length ahead of Varksy, next is Steely back to Avon Light ahead of South Hill. Varksy moves through the pack. Alexander Anapolis is racing out the back about 5 lengths off the pace. Alpha Fox is 1 length clear of Varksy from Steely and then Avon Light clear of Blue Gentian from Matin and then South Hill from Erica. Matin is making headway. The favourite is going backwards. Well inside the final 5 furlongs. Lovat Lane is pushed along in last. Alpha Fox is the leader by a length. Alpha Fox is 1 length clear of Varksy, a gap to Steely and then Avon Light clear of Matin back to Blue Gentian just clear of South Hill from Erica and then Sermon's Mount. Less than 4 furlongs to go. Avon Light is racing midfield and under pressure. Less than 3 furlongs to go. Matin is racing midfield and under pressure about 6 lengths off the pace. Erica races widest of all, inside the final 2 furlongs. Alpha Fox leads the way easily. Steely is flying. Erica is making a move. Well into the final furlong. Alpha Fox is a length clear of Steely. Sermon's Mount is flying. Here comes Sermon's Mount. Erica runs on late, and it looks like a close finish. All in. And they're off. Peppermint Plod is the leader. El Machi is pushed into an early lead from Peppermint Plod. El Machi is in front from Peppermint Plod, next is Nina Rose. Peppermint Plod moves through the pack. They are strung out like washing. El Machi is 1 length in front of Peppermint Plod from Nina Rose back to Pearly B, 2 lengths to Vibration a gap back to Stir on the Sea back to Polish Bell a gap to Alan Kala in last position. They have 5 furlongs to go. Turning left-handed. El Machi leads from Nina Rose and then Peppermint Plod and then Pearly B, 2 lengths back to Vibration a gap to Polish Bell, next is Stir on the Sea a few lengths to Alan Kala in last position. Inside the final 4 furlongs. El Machi is 1 length ahead of Nina Rose a gap to Pearly B back to Peppermint Plod. 3 furlongs to go. Nina Rose is challenging Will on the outer. El Machi is 1 length in front of Nina Rose. Next is Peppermint Plod just clear of Pearly B, and then Vibration 2 lengths back to start on the C. Next is Polish Belt clear of Ale and Kala in last position. Pearly B now just leads. Inside the final furlong, Nina Rose takes it up. Pearly B is making headway. Nina Rose has two in hand of Pearly B. Pearly B is running on. The favourite, Nina Rose, takes it. Under orders. And they're racing. Alice Sackler 8 wild. Wedgton is the early leader. Monshine is driven to lead early on. Monshine leads from Wedgton a gap to Chewy Bomber back to Cade Puss back to Bathe in light to gap back to Jason just clear of Alice Sackler 8 in last position. They have 5 furlongs to go. Monshine goes into the lead by a length. Racing left-handed. 4 furlongs to go. Monshine is the leader from Widgeton a gap back to Cade Puss ahead of Bathe in light, and then to Obama 2 lengths clear of Jason just clear of Alice Sackler 8 in last position. Jason races wide. Widgeton takes up the running from Monshine. Jason is running a quiet race. Wedgton is 1 length clear of Cade Puss a gap back to Bathe in light back to Monshine a gap to Chewy Bomber. Well inside the final 2 furlongs. Cade Puss is running on. Well into the final furlong. Cade Puss hits the front. Cade Puss has 2 in hand of Wedgton. Cade Puss is 3 lengths in front of Wedgton. The favourite, Cade Puss, takes it easily. Under orders. And they're racing. Inshore2 is the leader. Star City is driven to lead early on. Star City leads from Inshore2 just clear of Springen, misstep the gap to just Benny, and then Big Bertie a gap back to Aspelin in last position. Going left-handed. Star City is in front from Inshore2 just clear of Springen, misstep the gap back to just Benny a gap to Big Bertie a gap back to Aspelin in last position. Less than 4 furlongs to go. Aspelin is last and driven along. 3 furlongs to go. Star City is pushed along in the lead by a length. Star City is 1 length clear of in short with Gap To Spring Gin Misstep with Gap To Just Benny with Gap To Big Bertie. Less than 2 furlongs to go. Star City is a length up on Spring Gin Misstep. Just Benny is flying well into the final furlong. Big Bertie is pushed along into the lead. Big Bertie is a length clear of Just Benny. Big Bertie is 1 length ahead of Just Benny. Big Bertie is the winner. They're under starters orders. And they're racing. Al Yap leads easily, going left-handed. They have 4 furlongs to go. Al Yabra is 3 lengths in front of West Coast Dream, just clear of Miss Miracle. Al Yabra is the clear leader. Al Yabra has a clear lead from West Coast Dream, a gap back to Miss Miracle next to Spacecraft ahead of Darbilla in last position. Less than 3 furlongs to go. Al Yabra goes okay. Inside the final 2 furlongs. West Coast Dream just leads from Miss Miracle. West Coast Dream is a length clear of Miss Miracle. Inside the final furlong. West Coast Dream is pushed along into the lead. West Coast Dream has 2 in hand of Spacecraft. Spacecraft is running on. West Coast Dream is the They're under starters orders. And they're off. Mysore Toffman is driven into the early lead. Mysore Toffman is 1 length in front of Laissez Faire, just clear of Everagent from Lovedit from Schweitzer in last position. They have less than a mile to go. Mysore Toffman goes into a 2-length lead. Mysore Toffman is 2 lengths ahead of Laissez Faire, just clear of Lovedit. Next is Everagent and then Schweitzer in last position. They have 6 furlongs to go. Mysore Toffman is clear from Laissez Faire, a gap to Lovedit from Schweitzer from Everagent in last position. They have 5 furlongs to go. Turning left-handed. My Sorthoffman is the leader from Laissez-faire, a gap back to Schwitzer, back to Love Edit, a gap back to Everagent in last position. Less than 4 furlongs to go. Everagent brings up the rear. My Sorthoffman is 2 lengths ahead of Laissez-faire, a gap to Schwitzer. Less than 3 furlongs to go. Laissez-faire is challenging on the outer. Love Edit is making ground from the rear. They have 2 furlongs to go. Schwitzer now leads. Schwitzer is 1 length ahead of Love Edit. 1 furlong to go. Schwitzer is ridden into the lead. Schwitzer is 2 lengths in front of my Sorthoffman. My Sorthoffman finishes fast. Schwitzer is 2 lengths clear of my Sorthoffman. Schwitzer is the good winner.